Arthritis. Are you familiar with it? I think it's really a common thing these days, especially. What isn't? What isn't these days, right? You know, we are bombarded by toxins everywhere we go. It's in our food, it's in the earth, it's in the water. Oh my gosh. Anyways, so arthritis. I have people come in all the time and say, you know, I've got arthritis in my hands, I've got arthritis in my feet, my knees hurt, and that. But why? Why are your joints hurting? Because that's usually where arthritis goes, into joint pain. Your hands, your feet, your knees, your neck, your shoulders, head and shoulders, knees and toes. Right? So that's where it goes. But why? What happens and how does the body express it? Well, there could be swelling in the joints. There could be heat in the joints, pain in the joints. The swelling is the inflammation, so the feet can swell, the hands can swell. So there is a lot going on in these areas. And it's really important to pay attention because of the fact that we want to know, how do we reduce this inflammation in our bodies? So what is the root cause? How do we get arthritis? And it goes all the way back to what we eat. Yes, folks, there it is again, the diet. You know, it is kind of funny because I'm watching a lot of these, reels on Instagram and YouTube, and people talking about, if the organic section in the grocery store is marked, then what is in the middle? It is like there's nothing in the middle of the store that's good for you because it's all processed food, it's all in a package, it's got pesticides and glyphosate and fake sugar and all the stuff. So, it's really important to understand how important it is to feed yourself properly. So the number one thing that I recommend is to cut sugar out of your diet. And that sounds like a broken record, doesn't it? Because we are really starting to see the impact of sugar and why they put it in all the food. Because they know that it is going to be harmful. So please look at what you're eating. And I think nowadays, it all goes back to we have to start growing our own food and cooking our own food and reducing the amount of time that we go out to eat, because sure than shooting, a lot of places don't care about what's in the food. All they care about is making it, filling the belly, and get the money. The belly. Anyways, the thing about sugar, which is really good to know, because when we're talking about arthritis and about how sugar robs the bones, the minerals from the bones, so that it robs potassium and phosphorus and calcium and magnesium, zinc, copper, and iron. And so this is really good because it's really good to know because of the fact that I have just been talking about copper water and how important it is for our iron and for our B12 and for our thyroids. And now we find that it's also really good to heal arthritis. So a few of the things that we need to do is, and I'd like to mention that there is a book, and it's old. I think it was out in the 80s, and it's called The Sugar Blues, and it's by William Dufty, and we'll put it down below in the link. And just to have a really thorough read on that and really understanding the power of sugar and how its ability to destroy, like Coca-Cola. So we want to cut sugar out, alcohol, and the other thing that we're going to look for is, yes, you can have an old injury in a bone. Maybe you broke an elbow, you broke an ankle or something. Maybe you're going to be affected when the weather's not the greatest. The other things that affect arthritis are mold and heavy metals. So it's really, really important that we understand that arthritis comes because of something else. It just doesn't show up in your joints one day and you say, oh dear, I've got gout. Why? Well, maybe you were drinking too much beer. This all needs to be reviewed. We really need to understand that we are responsible for what happens to our bodies. If your body is getting sick, you've got to pay attention. What is the root cause? And if I can help you with that, please book an appointment, and you can reach me at phoenixrisinghealingcenter.com, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. And don't forget to like and subscribe.